once. It's the fat girl in high school that has the clean car. What was it? Was that your joke?
Yeah.
You said there's like always like a fat cool chick that had a clean car. Or am I tripping?
And it sounds like something. Sounds like something I'd be having my eyes on.
Yeah.
I mean, having even just like a neat car. You know what's really sweet is when you can tell the dad was a dork. That's always sweet. When you can tell that, like, if they go get their registration and it's in a plastic bag.
Oh yeah.
I know their dad was a dork, and it's like sweet.
Yeah,
that's a good catch.
Yeah,
like ask a girl where her license and registration is, or just her registration and insurance card. Yeah. If it's in a plastic bag, and you ask her why is it in there, and she goes, I don't know, I just always did that from when they were 16. It's like a sweet thing. It's like, oh, you were raised by a good family.
That's good.
It is, because like I get, if you sell 25 cars a month, I see 25 registrations a month or more. But the filth. It would be like the jock mom that was like, yeah, I played volleyball in college. And it's like, hey, your body count's like over 50.
If my car was that
a month, I see 25 registrations. A month or more, but the filth. It would be like the jock mom that was like, yeah, I played volleyball in college. And it's like, hey, your body count's like over 50.
If my car was that dirty, you would yell at me.
Yeah,
and my cars are dirty.
Yeah, but
if it was that dirty, you'd be like, Sam, you gotta
just take it to a car wash one day.
Issue.
Yeah, just do yourself a favor. Like, just put everything in the box and then just put it in the trunk for now.
Yeah,
at least everything's out of there. And then you could take a cloth,
baseball bat,
and then bash yourself in the nose. When I first met Sam, I had 2 strippers living in my house.
Nice.
And it was like, you think it's cool, right? I'm like,
it's awesome. Sounds like heaven.
It sounds like heaven.
Yeah.
But they're busty, yellow teethed white girls with braids trying to kill Sam because I used to
still
fuck
sounds
her.
Pretty awesome.
Yeah, so sounds great. So, 88 pounds, has a dog that's on pee-pee pads. Yeah. She's from New Hampshire. She looked like she was raised by a snowmobile. like eyes a little too far apart. They'd fight each other, smash glasses on each other's face. They'd smoke all my weed. Like, you'd have weed out. An ounce would go in like 3 days, like that, blunt after blunt after blunt after blunt. I was hanging out with her and having this really like poor time in my life. And then Sam starts hanging out with me and like, you changed. I'm going to kill him.
Yeah. You're going to kill you?
Yeah.
She wanted to kill you?
Yeah. So then I was like, Sam, I foreclosed on my own house. And I was like, Sam, we're leaving. So I was like, Sam, I got to go to Boston to sell cars to make enough money. I got to stay here for like a month.
Before we could go, they had been taking their trash and piling it into an alleyway as opposed to putting it into a dumpster or something. And the trash wall was maybe 12 feet high.
Yeah.
12 feet high, full alleyway of trash. And we had to take Nick's F550 dump truck, like an actual dump truck, full overflowing of, it was a lot, like probably maybe 20% of it was dog because they let the dogs in the house.
And you guys, because you were selling the house.
No, I was giving it away, but I got a violation from the town. The town called and they were like, yo, you got it. And I was like, I'm in Boston. And my brother came with Sam and Jake did it. Is it Jake that you were?
I have so many girls who would let it. It's a true sign of a psychopath. A girl who has a little dog that shits on wee pads in the house, is just a genuine psychopath.
Yeah.
Worms in her brain.
Dude, psychopath. So many girls who would let it. It's a true sign of a psychopath. A girl who has a little dog that shits on wee pads in the house, is just a genuine psychopath.
Yeah.
Worms in her brain.
Dude, there's something about that person, because I've been with a few girls that were that chick, and you're like, there's just something that's off.
Good lay.
Yeah.
Dangerous.
So they'll eat your stomach. Like you'll wake up and they're doing the cell. They're like winding your intestines out, like. Like she was gone. She sent me like 3,000 text messages a day. Like, I'm gonna kill Sam. I know how to get in the room. Here's my tits. I'll come back me like you used to. I'd be at work being like this. Kill me. Just kill me.
Dude, waking people up is the most schizo thing that you could possibly do. Like if you're like arguing with someone, or like if you got a girl and you didn't have the best day with the girl and they like wake you up.
Yeah.
That's
Wake up, it's time to argue.
That's extreme, far out, mega brain, La La Land, psycho level.
It's sick. These freaks, man. They're not going away. They're not going away. It's nonstop and never ending. The white girls with dreads covered in ink, taking heads over the leg shots.
Oh, the hippie girl?
Try that in a small town.
It just
Oh, she's hot.
yeah, she has an interesting look about her, and I only respected her. Like I saw her with her tongue out and doing all this. I won't listen to her voice. I'm like, oh, look at her. And then she's got her legs over her head
Can we see more of her, Chris?
with a shaved underneath, if you want me to be honest with you. But I thought it was an
Триллион раз я готов, как говорят американцы, убить на этой горе. Это самая лучшая страна, чтобы подняться с низов. Это самая лучшая страна для создания бизнеса. Это самая лучшая страна с точки зрения по-человечески делать дела. Раньше они да, Россия очень страна, больше может делать, а не надо. Значение, что все нормально. Есть упрощенка, например. Есть патент на образовательный.
An interesting choice.
Can we see more of her, Chris?
With a shaved voice, I'm like, oh, look at her. And then she's got her legs over her head.
Can we see more of her, Chris?
With a shaved underneath, if you want me to be honest with
there,
you. But I thought it was an interesting choice for her brand.
Yeah.
To have see shots with her legs over her head.
I'm embarrassed about smoking weed. I'll be straight with you.
After you see this, I don't.
I feel stupid.
There you go.
For her brand.
Yeah.
To have see shots with her legs over her head. For her brand.
Yeah.
To have see shots with her legs over her head.
I'm embarrassed about smoking weed. I'll be straight with you.
After you see this, I don't.
I feel stupid.
There you go.
Well, her tits, they look like
They're
Mr. Garrison's tits from
Yeah. What's
Yeah,
that
like a
little
little-
symbol she's got on her?
That's
bunch
the
energy
of
vampires.
circles.
Doing some sort of a Kabbalah kind of thing. All that does is genocide white girls. That's all that does.
When people's mouths are uneven, you ever notice that? I think it means they're lying.
That's all that does.
When people's mouths are uneven, you ever notice that? I think it means they're liars. I don't trust people whose mouths are uneven like that when they talk. They're liars.
That's all that does.
When people's mouths are uneven,
All that does is genocide white girls. That's all that does.
when people's mouths are uneven, you ever notice that? I think it means they're liars. I don't trust are uneven. You ever notice?
Is genocide white girls. That's all that does.
When people's mouths are uneven, you ever notice that? I think it means they're liars. I don't trust people whose mouths are uneven like that when they talk. When your mouth is crooked, you're saying crooked things.
Physiognomy or whatever that would
Physiognomy,
be.
yeah.
Yeah.
I dated a very similar chick. Hot, but like trashy hot. Like I met her and I f***ed her the first night I met her in a bathroom.
So
and then
love.
she came home with me and then she moved in. Like she never left. It ended with her literally, threatening, saying that, pretending to be pregnant. That was the big thing. She pretended to be carrying my baby for months, but saying she was like, I'm going to call the cops, say you beat me, say you me. Years she would still like show up. She contacted like a podcast that I was having a beef with, and she wrote him a long email being like, yeah, he used to beat me, he threw me through a table. It was a completely fabricated story.
Yeah.
like old ECW.
And there was a cage match.
Yeah, he beat me with a Singapore cane.
Hit me with fluorescent light bulbs. But they do stripper tricks too to try to manipulate. Like, did she try to cook you a meal?
Stripper tricks.
Yeah. They'll do things that like no normal, respectable female will ever do. Like they'll be like, I'll be a toilet and I'll you at 6 a.m. when you're not even awake yet. And then I'll attempt to make you a meal.
You're just like describing the perfect woman. I don't know what your problem. It sounds like you were the problem.
It's just so bad because like you're a normal look. You're a good looking guy, but you have a crackhead stripper. You're not a good looking guy. Now you look like something's wrong.
Yeah, it's like that old saying where if you argue with a fool, nobody could tell who's the difference. Is that what it is? Something like that? Something along those lines,
like
right?
You can't bring that girl you were dating to like your friends from high school. Like, hey, things are actually going pretty good.
Yeah.
Skankfest is selling a lot of tickets. They're like, yeah, sure, man.
And it's also, I'm friends with a bunch of comedians, so it's really bad when your comedian friends don't make fun of you about it. Like, they're not like, look at Sam trying to get viewers showing his toes.
Oh yeah.
Those jock bro.
Yeah, bro, nasty. Their dorm rooms smell like Febreze and fat guy ass. Somehow.
Yeah.
You ever come across one of those?
Like a
hot girl whose dorm rooms for some reason smells like an ass crack.
Yes.
Mixed with Febreze, like they try, and that's the funny part. Those girls always think that's the grossest and funniest part about them. Like it's not them that getting railed by football players. It's not the drinking. It's that they think if you smell feces and like cheese, like ear cheese in your room, that the thing to do is to cover it with an air freshener.
That's how you
That's
clean.
the grossest part to me. That's the tippy top grossest part to me is they think that you the way around like hygiene is to spray some cleaner on it.
Like the girl who sprayed the Febreze on the green room was a jock chick.
Yeah.
The girl that was like, oh, it smells in here. Literally a hand came, like, you know how Sam hates smells? And it would be like a cardinal sin to fucking spray. Day one, just a hand came around that wall right there with a fucking Febreze can in it and was like, it was like an attack. I thought it was literally like they called and were like, this is how you really with these guys.
Yeah.
Put a Febreze can in the room.
Yeah.
And I was like,
Day one of what?
shooting World Peace One. But yeah, no, those girls were like stains in their underwear. Like
Yeah.
Women aren't the power. I don't even know if they have it. Like, was it like the constant tight feeling of like,
Yes.
like always, right?
Yes. Like she's
That's the
gonna
only
come here
reason
and shoot me.
I don't cheat anymore.
It's kind of sexy though.
It's because I would get like that anxiety. I figured it out. That was like what I would do regularly. I would always be lying to a woman, and we went into a time in society where women can destroy us.
Yes.
Like legitimately,
Completely.
like there was no means to destroying us. Before the internet, you could like literally just come home and headbutt your wife every night, and now they can destroy us. It's a wild
Oh yeah,
thing.
she would be like, I'm gonna tell the cops you to me. She would
Yeah,
like say
that
it.
did. That chick, yeah.
She's like, and they'll believe me too because I'm fucking hot. And I was like, first of all, you're not fucking that hot. All right, like you have no teeth. You can't smile. You can't laugh when you smile because you cover your teeth.
Yeah.
So she'd be like, like it was so bad. Like one of my boys who, like from the hood, came over and was, yo, you all right, Nick? And I'm like, why? He's like, this is a bad look for you, dog.
Yeah.
He's like, what happened? I'm like, what do you mean what happened? He's
You were
like,
just dating a
Yeah, you were-
junkie bitch.
yeah, you were like fine, and now this looks like she's gonna steal my rims. Look at this monstrosity. Digging up some of my old past, huh? This beauty. I put a tower on it. I was an Army Ranger. Sniper.
There's a certain age of person, I think it's the boomers, like the heavier the piece of furniture, the like better it is.
I put a tower on it. I was an Army Ranger. Sniper.
There's a certain age of person, I think it's the boomers, like the heavier the piece of furniture, the like better it is.
Look at this beautiful computer shower I got. I'm racing to open the door for the luxury pizza that I ordered from Domino's.
5 years sober, father-in-law gave his daughter and me a house.
Go back, leverage it, and then stop paying the bills. Take a mortgage on it, put it in her name, take the money, go buy a Porsche 911, take off. I'll bet you $100 it's soaking wet. It takes so much rotted wood out that they're like, stop, 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 stop. Be a guy who knows how to run through the fucking finish line and make the fucking deal. I can't take $2,200 for it. Yes, you can.
You know how much my money my parents saved for my college?
How much?
We got Wish chiming in with the big $50.
How much?
We got Wish chiming in with the big $50.
Did you vote? You just voted? Excellent. My friend James, he's a huge commercial builder in Boston.
Cool.
He's a big builder, big time.
He's big time, all right, I'll say.
Wham. What's something that makes you want to bury this, like this end of a hammer, right into the top of someone's forehead? Right into the top of someone's forehead. That is free bleeding. A cheap home. And Raised Ranches, Raised Ranches used to be a home for someone who couldn't buy a custom home. And I said, every time a Raised Ranch is built in my home state, I lose. Why do I lose? Because a f***ing buys a new Raised Ranch. That's why. Do you think I give a f*** what a picks out of a basket? I don't.
I like Caesar and blue cheese better anyway.
Oh, do you, buddy?
Yeah.
Wow, that's great. And then I walk away and I never pay attention to it again. A Raised Ranch is a house for someone that doesn't give a f*** about a house. It's just a dwelling. It might as well be a f***ing Q-tip to them. And I get it. It's not to me. It's not to some of the people in this. Real estate it's different. There's subtlety. It's nuance. It's like, come on, right? A sandwich isn't a sandwich. Just ask a chef, right? Come on. TV isn't just TV. Just ask the director. Okay? It's not. It's more than that. Okay? A dwelling isn't a dwelling. All right? And we don't remember that Raised Ranches are just cheaper homes that you can build faster at a cheaper rate. We don't even look at real estate like that as a generation anymore. So I politely told the guy, I said, George, with all due respect, you're old. You're 80 years old. I'm 40. I'm in the mix. Hey. I know what sells, buddy. And when I show these guys the houses that I'm building, they look at me like I have 10 heads. Because this is the house that I'm going to build. Every time a Raised Ranch is built in your hometown, you lose. Why? The house never goes up in value. They're always built on time when profiteering is at its highest. Those builders. These Italians building this house to make $250 because they can build it in 3 months end to end. Because now I have some baseball coach living down the street from me for $6.99. I didn't want him here in the first place. I don't want my daughters hanging out with his idiot sons, and that's what happens. Build with integrity, buy with integrity. Homes are homes, and they attract heads. And remember that.
Putting aside pride, we'll drive a beater to save bank for a few years. Looking for old Toyota/Honda 90s/2000s. Want good MPG, reliable, can handle BC winters.
MPG, not going to be on your side. Give up. V8s run longer. Let's get used to that. Get used to that. V8s run longer. They run lower. You know what I mean? The miles per gallon on it. If a car has a V6 and a V8 variant, the loss in miles per gallon for the V8 variant is not worth. I would always go with the V8. If a car comes in a V6 and a V8, you always take the V8 variant. Very few times do you not. Very few times do you not. The 04, 5, 6 Acura MDX is a bulletproof SUV. Very good in the snow. Honda Odyssey. Lexus ES, obviously, Lexus LS, Lexus GS, 2012 Acura ILX, which is like a Civic on steroids, any Civic, any Camry, any Corolla, any Lexus IS 350 if you want a little luxury out of that. Obviously, just old Japanese. What are we talking about, man? Right? I'm not a big fan of the four-cylinder. I like micro pickups. I like a micro. I like a 20R motor Toyota pickup.
There's nothing wrong with micro.
It's a good size.
Putting it out there.
Back. It's not a great deal. It's just not a great deal. You're paying for like what they think is an artist getaway. I guarantee there's a paragraph and a half on this house. Ready? Prepare to be smitten.
Oh boy,
I knew it. I told you. All words, no facts. Look, path, capture view, mountain top, open the gate, private sanctuary, greeted by verdant plant. What the 1920s? You go right down in this basement. This interior wall. You walk in this door, take a right, take your knife, stab the sill on the hill. I'll bet you $100 it's soaking wet. And I would do it 10 times and take so much rotted wood out that they're like, stop, 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 stop. Right? Like, why are these sistered? Because the originals are rotted? Oh, of course. I'll bet you $100 is mold back here. Right in here.
Father-in-law gave his daughter and me a house. We're renovating, trying to make it nice, and you've helped a lot. Saw you at Skankfest. Thanks for the laughs.
Rancho Cucamonga, good for you, buddy. Go back, leverage it, and then stop paying the bills. Take a mortgage on it, put it in her name, take the money, go buy a Porsche 911, take off. I'm just kidding. Congratulations, man. Seriously. Really, when you're doing a project over, do it 3 times in your head. Go the high way, the low way. Just walk the whole project out over and over again. You got nothing but time, man. It's not like a video game where you push the speed all the way up and then you smoke everybody. It'll eventually come back to bite you. You know, if you just put a big kitchen in and the siding sucks and everything doesn't make sense, you understand where the next price point of your home is and what it's going to take to get it there.
Okay.
People are so scared to lose money on things they buy. And they're not focusing on, like, they're stepping over dollars to pick up nickels. And
penny wise, pound foolish.
yes, that's the penny wise, pound foolish.
Yep.
1 pound foolish.
1 pound foolish.
Yes, don't be foolish. Don't be a fool. When you're hustling and you're selling things as a merchant and things like that, whether it be real estate or cars or your collection of Pokemon cards, concentrate on the number on the exit. Please. People get like so hung up, like, this is a $3,000 thing. I can't take $2,200 for it. Yes, you can. I watch a lot of people get caught up like in like optimizing everything to the last dollar. I used to see car managers do that and be like, I can't sell it. There's cars going for way more money than this car, and this car is better. And it's like, you wanted to sell 40 cars for the month, right? Yes. This is how we do it. Let it go. And the good managers would be like, yes. And those are the managers who stay. I'm not saying like be a idiot and blow your out for cheap. What I'm saying is blow it out, get rid of it. I watch people do that a lot, and it's crazy. And make, in so many words, I was told at a young age, make the deal. And it sounds stupid and trite, but I mean that. Be a guy who knows how to run through the finish line and make the deal.
Hey, John, it's Tony, that Italian Canadian you did that rad Roman siding job with. Just wanted to thank you again. Especially loved your use of exterior stone on the bedroom walls.
Me too, hey. Look at this beautiful computer shower I got at the Bargain Supply. Oh, beautiful stone cavern wall, no trim, bedroom, exterior grade. What happens?
Wow, it's
like a
scary.
cave. You can do your laundry in a cave. Good job on the tile work over here. Nice.
I'd be scared of the bets.
I bet on hockey. I eat spaghetti when I'm watching the Maple Leafs play. I got a big bowl of macaroni. And I got my little bed with the 10 bureaus. And I live my life like a prostitute. Look at this beautiful.
Definitely some mistakes, but it's kind of charming, no?
No. No. And then this beautiful medallion to really make it pop. Beautiful. I didn't feel like landscaping over, and I put a grill in the front yard, but I understand about elegance.
That's so crazy. People are so they can't even mow the fucking lawn before they put pictures up.
Yeah, you want let's see what you want $359,000 real dollars.
You mow it.
You mow it. Lawn mowers in the back. No closet doors. Go your mother. You know what I love? Too much furniture. Shiny floors. I'm racing to open the door for the Domino's pizza, luxury pizza that I ordered from Domino's, and I slip, I break my neck, I sue myself. It's what I do. I got cherry wood cabinets. I got big giant white fridge. I got big giant computer shower with pump.
Giant heavy wood. There's
videos of drones shaped like a dragon. And correct me if I'm wrong, that's something that a bright high schooler could do on a smaller scale, is it not? Making.
Yeah, it probably is. Probably figure this out if you're like 16.
How is that an impressive problem to anybody except boneheads who are mystified by drones in the first place? Look at this. This aerial drone display.
Wow.
It's a ballet of killer drones. How can we compete with that? That's what drones do. They move around in coordinate space. It's the low-hanging fruit of robotics that mystifies people.
Well, yeah, because they can't perceive the high-hanging fruit, obviously. This is what I was saying before. You know, you have Occam's razor. I look at it, I say it's razor.
Videos of drones shaped like a dragon. And correct me if I'm wrong, that's something that a bright high schooler could do on a smaller scale, is it not? Making.
Yeah, it probably is. Probably figure this out if you're like 16.
How is that an impressive problem to anybody except boneheads who are mystified by drones in the first place. Look at this. This aerial drone display.
Wow.
It's a ballet of killer drones. How can we compete with that? That's what drones do. They move around in coordinate space. It's the low-hanging fruit of robotics that mystifies people.
Well, yeah, because they can't perceive the high-hanging fruit, obviously.
Into like Bill Burr, I would say Bill Burr is like he's like a pressure release valve for regular people, and he's like a fence sitter. He's a guy that will never say anything. He'll never say anything of substance.
He'll soften it.
But his way of like just sort of jujitsu, like taking the average person's suspicion that life is that we're living in a time where there's just improper things going on, taking that and directing it towards Arby's for not giving him enough ice in his drink.
Yeah, he'll just say,
or
"Oh,
whatever
fuck
stupid-
you."
Yeah, yeah.
He'll just say that. What
Like
about Dave Chappelle?
The thing you said, you did an impression of him that was perfect, that totally encapsulates his entire career. And the thing you said, ice in his drink.
Yeah, he'll just say,
or
"Oh,
whatever
fuck
stupid-
you."
Yeah, yeah.
He'll just say that. What
Like
about Dave Chappelle?
The thing you said, you did an impression of him that was perfect, that totally encapsulates his entire career in one statement, which is, I was the other day, I was trying to decide if I should get the burger or the sandwich. I got the sandwich. I should have gotten the burger.
Yeah.
Remember when you said that?
I don't even remember.
That was that was your impression that you did of him, but that's like his whole career. Like everything he says can be just, it's that substantial and it's that empty.
Look how big of a name he is.
And
yeah.
So it's
And he's
playing
huge.
the line, but
But
you
I
know
don't-
underlying like
I don't think that's by design. I don't think that's because some handler put him there. I think it's just because that's where he fit, and he's smart enough not to jeopardize the paychecks, and that's just part of that's how it goes.
She got the good deal. Tell us. 60 million.
What?
Yeah. A 29-year-old girl. She's like, and then my hood stunk like fucking cotton.
Is she a bar stool?
Yep.
That's
And
yucky.
she left.
It's like a Girls Gone Wild girl.
That's yucky.
Yeah. But now she's like,
That bar stool stuff is the biggest silly Billy stuff in the whole wide world.
Yeah.
Sick.
If I ever see Dave Portnoy walking around the street, I'm gonna fucking him in the fucking.
You should just make
Mike
him
Portnoy.
run.
Yeah.
Look up Dave Portnoy running.
I'm gonna whack him from behind as hard as I can. See if I can make his body go.
What
like
the
a
fuck, dude?
bow?
Sick. What's allowed to happen, isn't it? It all started with Girls Gone Wild.
Dumb
That's
bastard.
when it all started with Girls Gone Wild.
Silly Billy.
I think people hate his fucking guts. It's gonna come out like after a while. Like he'll get sued for fucking screaming at someone and calling someone a silly Billy.
Miami. What is that? Fucking Miami sauce. Bonito, Miami. Welcome to Miami. California Pizza Kitchen. Who said that? Who said that? Which guy? Come over here.
Oh no.
Big Mouth. Come over here, Big Mouth. Come over here, Big Mouth. Come over here, Big Mouth. Hey, Big Mouth, I'm right
He's
here.
got an interesting
you gotta
tone to
pause
his
it,
voice.
you gotta pause it.
He's got an
I don't
interesting.
wanna see
His
that.
voice sounds familiar.
It's like Michael Rappaport.
Yeah, it's just like Michael Rappaport.
You should do a collab with Michael Rappaport.
And then he can. It's called Raising the Aryans. It's called The Rising of the. With Dave Rappaport, with Mike Rappaport and Dave Portnoy.
Sick.
Start your buzzers. Start your hair clippers. It's like literally people want to watch Dave Rappaport. They're like, they weren't that bad. I never really picked up on it.
Sick, man. Sick. This place.
Is Dave Portnoy Jewish?
What, is he a bee? Is he a wasp?
He's a bee. Bzz.
I don't care if he's Jewish. I hate him just because of who he is.
No, I don't care either. But bzz.
I do want to know just to see.
No,
he's Jewish. It says right there. He's Jewish at a bar mitzvah. But he's a piece of shit either way. It doesn't matter.
He's just
Sports.
yeah. Just
Football. The Toronto Braves 41-0 and 0-1.
yeah.
Shut up.
Yeah, get the fuck away from me, dude. Like men worship.
Yeah.
казенный предо мной, да тюрьма центральная, ни копейки за душой, да дорога дальняя, над обрывом пал туман, кони ход прибавили, я б махнул сейчас стакан. Если б мне поставили ночью в церкви ни души, волки в поле воют, а под расстрельную статью ямы быстро роют. Что же не хватало мне? Все теперь на месте. Был туз бубновый на спине, остав в ногах туз крестик. Золотые купола, золотые купола, золотые купола душу мою радуют. А то не дождь, а то не дождь, слезы с неба капают. Золотые купола на груди наколоты, только синие они, и ни крапа золота.
There's a certain age of person, I think it's the boomers, they love, like, the heavier the piece of furniture, the like better it is.
Yeah.
Oh, this 800-pound
Curio cabinet? That's good. I remember
that thing down there, well, if you go down a little bit.
This thing.
That weighs 3,000 pounds.
Yeah. This is furniture. You can like make deals on the furniture. People are stupid, man. And they like, if you make it look right, they'll buy the furniture with it. And then there's less negotiating. A, you've gotten more eyes on it because it looks good. B, you can sell, people will be like, I'll take everything in the whole house. If you're good at what you do, you're talking about a couple of grand, maybe $5,000. But you just they didn't come to you with an offer and they say, I'll take it for what it is as long as you keep all the stuff. And when you're going through a house, right, if there's a couple of pieces, sometimes the little old ladies, they don't know. I've done this too. They're going to have an estate sale. So what you do is when you see a house with some stuff, try to keep the pieces. And sometimes if there's a bidding war, the owner will be like, oh, you know what I bought. It'll like romanticize the buy. Sometimes like they just want to feel like they're validated. So you're validating the buyer. You understand the importance of this chair being in this house. These are very valuable. These always keep if you see like a bunch of teak boxes and rails, these things are valuable. So if you ever see like tension rods and rails and boxes and teak, those are good pieces they're pretty valuable. This is a good auction. This is a good auction house. Good auctions will have a mixed bag. They'll try to have something from every category. Paintings, clothes, art, coins, jewelry, rugs, decorative, dolls. Yeah, lots of people. Mosh pit in this place. Literal mosh pit at this. 60 people. If you're in the Worcester, Northbridge area, Sea to Stem, great people. Christian, Ginny, congratulations on your second store. When I took my wife to an auction the first time, I could hear the ground getting wet. I was buying things, and she was like, good God, Mike. That's what she didn't say that out loud, but I could hear her saying that.
Yeah.
I locked it in that night. She was like, oh my God, this guy's buying junk with it, the last of his money. He's got $200 to his name. And I'm like this. Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Get a pen out. I got a number for you.
Yeah.
1 0.
I make up my own auction number. I'm like this. Yeah. Number 6969. Sir, can you please stop making up your own numbers? You don't have to buy anything the first time, guys. Don't feel obligated to buy. And you got to go to a lot of them. I used to go to 3-4 auctions a week. And I had no money, man. I was working with $100. I'd have like $120 spending limit. And I would try to buy the coolest things I could buy. And I would take them and I would have yard sales on. I would post that I have a yard sale coming out. And I would sell things in my front yard. And I'd make $400 or $500 a week. And I would go back, take that money, and I would just hustle the money. And it was so much fun.
What are some potential problems with this house? How would you make it nice?
The value of it. How do you sustain this sort of income? You're never getting out of it. You're buying it to buy it. I'd rent it. I don't know what your mortgage is. I don't like what's going on with Canadian real estate right now. And I know it's like I don't like the moves in this big cities, man. Like, how the f are you going to sustain? Can you rent this thing for $3,000 and buy it for $6,000? Rent it and work your job. Where are you going with this thing? I think you buy this thing, the market out on you, and you're left with a big giant mortgage, and then you eventually foreclose on it. That's what I think happens. I'm serious. And there's no shame in renting when the market is stupid like this. And the market is stupid in Canada. It's stupid. And if you could rent it for $5,000, no problem. You'd pay $10,000 to buy it. So now what do? You're telling me that thing's going to go up in value $250,000 in 5 years? Yeah, right.
Absolutely loco. We want to go.
You're going nuts. And what you do in a market like that, let it out. It will get out, guys. Foreign money comes in, but it doesn't. Foreign money makes a mistake. Private equity makes mistakes. I think you're about to go through a regime change. I wouldn't be buying stuff at top peak market, and I wouldn't get. I would really just sharpen my eyeballs real hard and keep my hands in my pockets if I was in Toronto and Montreal and stuff like that.
There used to be a graying tower alone on the sea. You became the light on the dark side of me. Love remains a drug that's the high and not the pill. But did you know that when it snows, my eyes become alive and the light that you shine can't be seen? Baby, I can pay you to a kiss from a rose on the grave. Ooh, the more I get of you, the stranger it feels, yeah. And now that your rose is in bloom, a light hits the gloom on the grave. There is so much a man can tell you, so much he can say. You remain my power, my pleasure, my pain, baby. To me, you're like a grown addiction that I can't deny. Won't you tell me, is that healthy, baby? But did you know that when it snows, my eyes become a large and the light that you shine can't be seen? Baby, I can pay you to a kiss from a rose on the grave. Ooh, the more I get of you, the stranger it feels, yeah. Now that your rose is in bloom, a light hits the gloom on the grave. I've been kissed by a rose on the grave. I've been kissed by a rose on the grave. And if I should fall by a rose on the grave, I've been kissed by a rose on the grave. There is so much a man can tell me, so much he can say. You remain my power, my pleasure, my pain. To me, you're like a grown addiction that I can't deny. Now, won't you tell me, is that healthy, baby? But did you know that when it snows, my eyes become a large and the light that you shine can't be seen? Baby, your roses in bloom. A light hits the glue on the grave.
Налетела грусть, ну что ж, пойду пройдусь, ведь мне ее делить не с кем. И зеленью аллей, в пухе тополей я иду землей Невской. Может, скажет кто, мол, климат здесь не тот, а мне нужна твоя сырость. Здесь я стал мудрей, и с городом дождей мы мазаны одним миром. Хочу я жить среди каналов и мостов и выходить с тобой, Нева, из берегов. Хочу летать я белой чайкой по утрам и не дышать над вашим чудом, Монферран. Хочу хранить историю страны своей. Хочу открыть Михайлов замок для людей. Хочу придать домам знакомый с детства вид. Мечтаю снять леса, мечтаю снять леса со Спаса на Крови. Но снимая фрак, детище Петра гордость не швырнет в море. День гудком зовет Кировский завод, он дворцам своим корень. Хочу воспеть я город свой мастеровой. Хочу успеть, покуда в силе и живой. Хочу смотреть с разбитых пулковских высот, как ты живешь, врагом не сломленный народ. Налетела грусть, ну что ж, пойду пройдусь, ведь мне ее делить не с кем. И зеленью аллей, в пухе тополей я иду землей Невской. Может, скажет кто, мол, климат здесь не тот, а мне нужна твоя сырость. Здесь я стал мудрей, и с городом дождей мы мазаны одним миром.
If you have a friend on whom you think you can rely, you are a lucky man. If you found the reason to live on and not to die, you are a lucky man. Preachers and poets and scholars don't know it. Temples and statues and steeples won't show it. If you've got the secret, just try not to blow it. Stay a lucky man. A lucky man. If you found the meaning of the truth in this whole world, you are a lucky man. If knowledge hangs around your neck like pearls instead of chains, you are a lucky man. Takers and fakers and talkers won't tell you. Teachers and preachers will just by and stallion when no one can tempt you with heaven or hell. You be a lucky man.
Она не занимается адвокацией, защитой русских людей за рубежом. Тут Леонид Волков вообще максимально цинично высказывается, мол, понимаете, люди за рубежом русские существуют только для того, чтобы платить деньги ФБК, чтобы ФБК в теории как-нибудь пошатали режим Владимира Путина.
Агентами перемен, людьми, которые, может быть, построят прекрасную Россию будущего, будут россияне, которые сейчас находятся в России, а не те, которые уехали.
Шатать режим Владимира Путина, надо понимать, ФБК планирует руками людей, которые остаются в России. Но при этом среди людей, которые остаются в России, ФБК не хотят набирать политических очков. Как из этого парадокса выйти, а никак из него выходить и не надо. В этом и суть своеобразной диалектики Леонида Волкова. Он в суперпозиции. И ближе к концу интервью он в этом признается, что на самом деле все, чем занимается ФБК, кажется бессмысленным. На самом деле, ну вот что они могут сделать? Действительно, это какая-то иммигрантская организация, которой максимально обрубили возможность взаимодействовать с людьми в России, на которой накладываются многочисленные ограничения, которые не очень хотят заигрывать с российской аудиторией, которые зависимы от всяких западных институций, из-за этого, наверное, не могут делать некоторые заявления. Они не хотят защищать права русских, которые бежали из своей страны за рубежом. И что они делают? Непонятно. Их деятельность максимально непрозрачна. Они говорят, что что-то делают, как-то готовят революцию в прекрасной России будущего. Ну, то есть революцию в этой России, чтобы наступила прекрасная Россия будущего. Проверить это, конечно, не представляется возможным, потому что их подготовка революции — это не публичная медийная деятельность по переубеждению россиян. Такое есть. Его не очень много, но действительно такое есть. Вот, например, можно вспомнить их прекрасный, запущенный, как Леонид Волков признавался, за 2 миллиона евро, ресурс «Популярная политика». Можете, вот сейчас перед вами появляются просмотры этого прекрасного ресурса, охваты. Подумайте, там, насколько 2 миллиона евро или долларов были потрачены в правильном русле. И тут мы плавно переходим к тому, чем, по идее, должен был стать ФБК – иммигрантским медиа. И попытаемся оценить Волкова как медиаэксперт. Волков несколько раз за интервью пытается списать весь негатив вокруг ФБК на действия ботов или действия недоброжелателей Фонда борьбы с коррупцией, Ходорковского и Незлина в первую очередь.
Вот уже 2 года достаточно однотипные комментарии. А что это вообще Волков делает на популярной политике? Он же от вас уходил. И иногда это пишут боты, иногда это пишут живые люди. Да, у меня нет никакого уважения к единорогам, то есть к людям, которые там по команде нацепили на себя какую-то аватарку и участвуют в скоординированных атаках. Слишком легко взять, быстро написать комментарий, его залайкать, вывести в залайки, но он будет показываться как первый, его дальше будут лайкать, и он там уже удержится. Это так действуют и кремлевские фабрики, и так действует много кто.
Если кто-то негативно высказывается о ФБК, это или человек на зарплате у Ходорковского, или бот, или прокремлевский какой-то гражданин, бот, не бот, там тоже этот нарратив прослеживается. И тут особо долго рассуждать не нужно. Если Волков реально верит в это, то кажется, что он близок к паранойе. Если он в это не верит, то он чрезвычайно лицемерен по отношению к своей аудитории, к Юрию Дудю и вообще в своих оправданиях.
Суть подчеркивает, он говорит, во-первых, у вас дизлайков больше на вашем ответе. У вас дизлайков больше. Во-вторых, самые залайканные комментарии негативные. Вы специально поменяли выбор комментариев, чтобы у вас новые выходили. И Волков на это отвечает, да, возможно, мы так сделали, потому что вообще-то Ютубом очень легко манипулировать. Да, Волков, Ютубом очень легко манипулировать, только у вас нихуя не выходит.
Дальше у Леонида Волкова интересуется про позицию Владимира Милова, который высказался вот с этой блестящей цитатой.
Я скоро вернусь в Российскую Федерацию вместе со многими моими коллегами. И вот тогда у нас с вами со всеми будет очень жесткий разговор. Мы помним все. Никто не уйдет от ответственности. Вы будете этой бело-синей красной тряпкой полы мыть в туалете.
Если вы, кстати, вспоминаете об этой цитате, вы занимаетесь обязательно черепикингом, вырыванием из контекста. И вообще это все несерьезный разговор. Вот вспоминать цитаты, где Владимир Милов как-то некрасиво разговаривает, всех ненавидит, как он флагом пытается мыть туалеты, заставить как у кого-то. Вот это все это не надо вспоминать. Это вы несерьезный разговор ведете.
Подождите, не все. Я понял, что на самом деле не все. Давайте я зачитаю под конец прекрасную цитату самого Владимира Милова. Все это пора заканчивать.
Так вот, Волков тут проворачивает примерно то же самое, что и ФБК в Железняк-Гейте. С одной стороны, он говорит, мол, я не хочу оправдываться за Милова, это не моя задача, он самостоятельный человек, пускай сам отвечает за свои косяки. Но с другой стороны, начинает фактически оправдывать Владимира Милова.
Объяснить я могу. В марте 22-го, когда там первое наступление российской армии захлебнулось, а потом и стали оставлять земли вокруг Киева и в Черниговской области, в Полтавской, такие шапкозакидательские настроения части политических комментаторов были присущи.
Тут интересно две вещи. Первое, что информационная гигиена людей, которые находились в такой политической верхушке, связанной с ФБК, была такова, что они реально ожидали быстрой победы ВСУ и краха путинского режима. Вторая интересная вещь, что Леонид Волков тут говорит, что он к таким людям не относился и сразу говорил, что эта война будет на года.
Я был одним из тех, кто говорил, что это не закончится быстро и что это на много лет.
И тут давайте вспомним тот самый твит, который я вас попросил запомнить. У меня было ощущение, что ситуация на тот момент на фоне поражений путинской армии и разброда в российских элитах сложилась критическая, и что можно, создав прецедент, запустить цепную реакцию публичных осуждений войны и раскола в российских элитах. Я ошибся. Это, конечно, не прямое противоречие, это противоречие косвенное. Может быть, Леонид Волков тогда считал, что война на годы, и вообще это все надолго, и никаких шапкозакидательских настроений у него не было. Но кажется, что нет. Кажется, что Леонид Волков попытался абстрагироваться от этой категории людей, хотя он был среди тех, кто кидал шапки и ожидал победу ВСУ и на этом фоне политического раскола в России и конца войны. Или, если предположить, что Леонид Волков поумнее и действительно в это не верил, то он решил во время своих оправданий из-за скандала, из-за ситуации, где его поймали на лжи, зная, что многие люди верили тогда в то, что ВСУ вот-вот победят, многие люди имели эти шапкозакидательные настроения, он решил на них спаразитировать. Он решил подыграть им. Ну вы чего вы? Ну вы вот сами ж, наверное, когда российские войска из-под Киева отступали, вы же тоже, наверное, думали, что сейчас все покатится, все рухнет. Вы же поймите меня, я такой же простой, как вы. Ну вот, заглупил. И не знаю, выбирайте вариант, который вам больше нравится. Мне лично не нравятся оба. Также интерес, конечно, представляют моменты, где Леонид Волков пытается оправдаться за Александра Железняка. Самый красочный момент это, наверное, вот это вот.
Я не говорю, что он там замечательный, святой, классный.
Твое видео, ты говоришь про Железняка.
Классный, абсолютно замечательный человек. Поэтому иди ты в задницу, значит, Алексей Венедиктов со своей клеветой на хорошего, классного человека.
Это твоя цитата.
Но не менее красочными являются моменты, когда Леонид Волков говорит: да, это все придумал Максим Кац. А Юрий Дудь просто выводит скриншот, где показывает: да, это нет, это не Максим Кац придумал. Так пишут издания, которые, в общем-то, довольно дружественно относились к ФБК, типа The Insider. И в целом, в ходе этого критичного разговора, когда Волкову задавали неудобные вопросы, он понял, в какую ловушку попали ФБК. И, надо сказать, довольно правильно описал ее суть.
Я себя чувствую довольно глупо сейчас, потому что я реально занимаюсь пересказом нашего ответа, при этом не имея цифр и таблиц под руками, да? И потому что, в общем-то, ну вот это и есть ловушка, в которую мы попали. Когда я говорю: да блин, нет, вот мы проследили, вот там кредиты с Верменды на Вандерворкс все вернул, мы показали все транзакции, входящие, исходящие, которые Максим Кац просто не показал, о которых он просто умолчал. А ты говоришь, там, нет, Изабелл считает иначе. И получается, что я, типа, занимаюсь выгораживанием банкиров, которым я не хочу заниматься. Вот. А когда я говорю: да, они там жулики, воры, все украли, но, во-первых, я не могу так сказать, потому что я в этом не убежден. А во-вторых, ну, как бы, это тоже, ну, получается, там, ставит под сомнение то, что мы делали в прошлом, а прошлое уже не изменить. Поэтому эта ситуация так и бьет по нам.
Что делали в прошлом, что?
Ну, типа, мы не можем уже задним числом сказать, что там никакого Железняка никогда не было. Он уже был.
Знаете, что нужно было делать, чтобы не попасть в эту ловушку? Нужно было просто выйти и сказать: уважаемые граждане, мы были неизбирательны при подборе волонтеров. Мы поверили не тому человеку. У него мутная репутация, мы не хотим больше с ним сотрудничать и не будем с ним сотрудничать. И сотрудничество с ним было ошибкой. Вместо этого ФБК решили снова следовать своему принципу. Они не бросают своих.
Нету ошибки в том, чтобы принимать волонтерскую помощь от кого угодно, кто приходит с чистыми намерениями и эту самую волонтерскую помощь оказывает.
Я уверен, что у них лично с Александром Железняком были реально хорошие отношения. Я уверен, что они лично реально благодарны Александру Железняку. Он не у них деньги украл. Александр Железняк для них это хороший парень, который решил по каким-то своим причинам дать им деньги, пожертвовать серьезные суммы и всерьез помочь их организации. То, что эти деньги получены какими-то мутными путями, мутными схемами, ну, бывает. Он ведь мог их потратить на проституток и казино, а потратил на фонд борьбы с коррупцией. Значит, ну, это благородное дело. А как говорит Леонид Волков...
Каждый человек — сумма всех его дел. И плохих, и хороших.
Так, справедливости ради, при отсмотре этого интервью третий раз я заметил, что есть другой кусок, где Леонид Волков говорит все-таки про совокупность, а не сумму. И, видимо, просто в первый раз он как-то оговорился и имел в виду все-таки не про суммирование отрицательных и положительных элементов, так что, возможно, моя дальнейшая предъява не очень релевантна.
Так что, понимаете, вот нужно взять сумму украденных Александром Железняком денег и вычесть от нее сумму, которую Александр Железняк пожертвовал в пользу ФБК. Правда, кажется мне почему-то, что сумма украденных денег будет больше. Но, может быть, и нет. Всей правды мы никогда не узнаем. Леонид Волков, конечно, объективист и верит в объективную истину.
Once a year, I make a video that I regret. And it's time. See what I wrote there on the computer, son? Does the extra bone in black people's ankles help them run faster? Pretty good, huh? What do you mean? Dad, do black people have an extra bone in their ankles? No, that's stupid. Then why are you asking people that? Well, to make them angry. So, how's the job search going? Really? You don't see how funny this is? I mean, no. You were slightly racist on the internet. Who gives a shit? No, it's not about that. Just wait for it. It'll happen any second now. Dad, we're going to get foreclosed on any sec. Oh, there it is. See, just read that. The question you have asked is very deeply offensive and can be traced back to a myth perpetuated by... Yeah, I'm not reading all of that. No one does. I'm certainly not going to. How long did it take for them to look up all that shit, you think? How mad do you think they got when they saw that stupid question it took me 3 seconds to type out? They must have wasted 30 minutes, maybe even an hour of their life, so that they could win an argument with a person that doesn't really exist. Huh. That is sort of funny. Frightened? You should be. What you have just witnessed has grown into a multi-billion-dollar industry. It has underpinned successful marketing campaigns for Fortune 500 companies, built media empires which have become household names, and one day may, quite possibly, become the end of the internet. In this video, we are going to discuss the trolling industrial complex, the source of civil unrest which is tearing our nation apart and ruining all of your Thanksgiving dinners. Hey! Remember Jake Paul's gay little slap fight with the elderly man? That was very interesting. It obviously wasn't, but everything around it, like the entire reason it happened in the first place, it's a boxing match. But it obviously was not for boxing fans. Boxing fans don't tune into boxing matches because they want to see a specific person that they don't like get their ass whooped. That's what people tune into, like, wrestling for, you know, to watch the bad guy get beat up. But everybody tuned into this match for that reason, and that reason alone. People watched this because they hate Jake Paul, and they wanted to see him lose. It had over 108 million viewers worldwide. Jake Paul made $40 million in one night because you hate him, because you can't help yourself. And you know what really fascinated me about the whole thing? It was Jake Paul's entrance. It was straight out of the WWE. We live in frustrating times. where a myriad of special interest groups control our media and also keep parking a van outside my house. In this modern age, it's difficult to ascertain whether or not Logan Paul did skin a puppy on a live stream, or if this is mere slander spread by Bangladeshi lobbyist groups. With Straight Arrow News, you can get to the truth. I love how many of their news stories are accompanied by a breakdown of bias, so you can see which outlets are or are not reporting on what stories. As a registered centrist, this is something I desperately needed. I particularly love this section. It's called Media Miss. There you can see stories that partisan outlets are not reporting on. Finally, my dream of a centrist revolution draws ever closer. Have you read any centrist theory? You know that old saying, the best things in life are free? Well, that applies to Straight Arrow News. That saying was originally created to describe the website, in fact. You can visit Straight Arrow News through the link in my description or by going to san.com/peach. When you visit, you not only support me, you're also supporting a group of journalists that are raising the bar on news and focusing on serving you the truth. Thank you, Straight Arrow News, for sponsoring this fever dream. Before we continue, we must define what trolling is. Trolling is not just being mean on the internet. It doesn't mean being a jerk. It doesn't mean arguing. The term actually comes from fishing. It has nothing to do with those fucking bridge gremlins or whatever the fuck. With trolling fishing, you put the bait on the line and you drag it behind your boat. This is what trolling is. You put out bait in the form of something that someone just has to respond to. Something that makes them angry, yes, but in a way which forces a response. The goal is to get under their skin, make them angry, and then make them reply. Then, you jerk them around a little. Andrew Tate needs no introduction anymore. However, my fiancée watches my videos and she is too pure for this world. I've seen her Twitter. It's just otters and parakeets wearing sombreros. It's adorable. So here's a brief explanation. Andrew Tate says incendiary, misogynistic shit on the internet. He sells a certain lifestyle to his probably underage and definitely Indian audience. Fast cars, girls, fancy clothes worn exclusively below the waist, that sort of thing. While I'm about to get into the performance of Andrew Tate, the character which he does play, and make no mistake, it is a character.
I am so smart. I operate on so many levels higher than the average man. You people are not thinking.
I should clarify that he does suck. Not to sound libtarded or nothing, but sex trafficking is bad. Behind the character, he's not a good guy, you know. All the same, Andrew Tate did not start out his internet presence in this way. His first big tweet was, "Never seen Star Wars. None of them. Never will." OMG, you're missing out, maybe. You're missing out on being a multi-millionaire. Keep your movie. This went viral. An entire Drew Gooden video was made about it.
Nah, I don't think that's right.
It's easy to see why. It attacks a large and passionate group, and then makes an insane assertion, opening up Tate to easy attacks from that same group. These attacks will raise engagement and ensure virality. It really is crazy how far back this tweet was. It was a year before the pandemic, long before anyone knew who the fuck this guy was. I liked wrestling a lot as a kid. In wrestling, there's a term which you probably know, the heel. Wrestling, being essentially a soap opera with slightly more sexual tension, is all about the drama. The storylines which build up to these big events. The heel is the bad guy, the mustache-twirling villain who exists to either beat up the good guy and make the audience mad, or get beat up by the good guy and make the audience happy. Andrew Tate, the character, is a heel. I'm not suggesting that he doesn't, on some level, believe the things he says. I'm not suggesting he's hiding a gender studies degree in his tiny shorts. Let's acknowledge the other side of the Andrew Tate character. The entire reason the character works in the first place. Drew Gooden made a video on this tweet, as I said. He took that sweet, sweet bait, but that was only the beginning. There have been endless videos about Andrew Tate since he honed his character to a fine edge, all of which made the makers of these videos money. Obviously, There's nothing wrong with Drew Gooden, you know, it's good bait, a harmless response video, whatever. I do, however, take a lot of issue with Drew Gooden's video where he said that Kosovo was not rightful Serbian land, but hey, the media has an anti-Serbian bias. What else is new? Did you know we shot down a plane once, you Now, the BBC reporting on Tate's recent legal issues, for example, you know, there's nothing wrong with that. That's news. But if you're making a video about how Andrew Tate is a big, mean man, then you're doing exactly what he fucking wants.
You people are not thinking.
Making you either an idiot or someone that just doesn't give a shit and is just willfully profiting off of this, spreading his message, playing directly into his hands for whatever pittance you're getting paid.
The fact that you know him, that you've already passed judgment on him, means he's already won. He tops the popularity contest that is online e-celebrity through his infamy.
I suspect most people just love making long videos about how they're morally superior to the Romanian sex trafficker. Wow, when you put it like that, it sounds like a massive waste of everyone's fucking time, doesn't it? You're a better person than the Romanian sex trafficker. Recently, CoffeeZilla covered Andrew Tate's crypto scam. Wow, I can't believe the investment the Romanian sex trafficker told me about wasn't legitimate. Listen, I don't feel bad when someone that isn't elderly gets scammed by a crypto coin. I've played the meme stock game, actually made a little bit of money on Bed Bath & Beyond, so that was pretty nice. When you buy Tate's daddy coin, you know that shit's gonna crater. What? But you think you're gonna luck out and leave someone else holding the bags. I sold that Bed Bath & Beyond stock for $25 a fucking share, and that shit was bankrupt 2 months later. I robbed whoever bought that shit. But we both knew what was going on. We both knew the game that was being played. But back to the CoffeeZilla video. Compared to, say, making a